Hello everyone, my name is Muskan. I am a legal intern at Lexlick and Company. So today's topic of discussion is appeal under CRPC. So let's proceed with our topic. The word appeal has not been defined in the Code of Criminal Procedure 1973, hereinafter CRPC. However, it can be described as a judicial examination of a decision given by a lower court, by a higher court. The Merriam-Webster Dictionary defined appeal as a legal proceeding by which a case is brought before a high court to review of the decision of a lower court. It needs to be pointed out that except for the statutory provisions laid down by CRPC or any other law which is in force, an appeal cannot lie from any judgment or any order of the criminal court. Thus, there is no vested right to appeal as such, as even the first appeal will be subjected to statutory limitations. The justification behind this principle is that the courts which try a case are competent enough with the presumption that the trial has been conducted fairly. However, as per the proviso, the victim has a right to appeal against any order passed by the court under special circumstances comprising of a judgment of acquittal, conviction for lesser offence or inadequate compensation. Generally, same sets of rules and procedures are employed to govern the appeals in Session Court and High Court, highest court of appeal in a state, and enjoys more powers in matters where appeal is permissible. The High Court of Appeal is a country in the Supreme Court, and hence it enjoys the most extensive discretionary powers in the cases of appeals. Its powers are largely governed by the provisions laid down in CRPC, Indian Constitution, and the Supreme Court Enlargement of Criminal Appellate Jurisdiction in 1970. The state government has been empowered to direct the public prosecutor to appeal against the sentence on the grounds of inadequacy to either the Session Court or the High Court. However, in only those cases where the trial for conviction has not been held by the High Court. This shows that this right to appeal against sentences on the grounds of inadequacy has not been granted to the victims or the complainants or any other person. Moreover, it is mandatory for the court to give the accused a reasonable opportunity to show cause against any enhancement of the sentence in the interest of justice. The accused has a right to plead for his acquittal or reduction in the sentence while showing cause. Similarly, the district judge and the state government have powers to direct the public prosecutor to present an appeal in case of acquittal to Court of Session and the High Court. The accused has been given the right to appeal to Supreme Court against the judgment of High Court if the High Court has reversed an order of his acquittal on appeal by convicting him, thereby sentencing him to imprisonment for life for 10 years or more or to death. Understanding the relevance of a criminal appeal being made to Supreme Court, the same laws also has been laid down in Article 134, Subclause 1 of Indian Constitution under the Appellate Jurisdiction of Supreme Court. The Supreme Court Enlargement of Criminal Appellate Jurisdiction Act in 1970 has also been passed by legislature in consonance with Article 134, Subclause 2 of Indian Constitution to confer additional powers on the Supreme Court to entertain and hear appeals from the High Court under certain conditions. A similar right to appeal has been granted to one or all accused person if more than one person has been convicted in a trial and such order has been passed by the court. However, there are certain circumstances under which no appeal shall lie. These provisions have been laid down under Section 265G, 375 and 376 of CRPC. As to finality of judgment and orders passed on appeal, CRPC makes them final except in some cases. This shows how paramount importance is given to appeals revision. The word revision has not been defined in CRPC. However, as per Section 397 of CRPC, the High Court or any session judge have been empowered to call for and examine the records of any proceedings, satisfy oneself as to the correctness, legality, and propriety of any finding, sentence, or order, whether recorded or passed, and as to the regularity of any proceedings of an inferior court. Moreover, they have the powers to direct the execution of any sentence or any order to be suspended, not just this, but to even direct to release the accused on bail or his own bond if the accused is in confinement. They may even order an inquiry subject to certain limitations. It is clarified evident that the appellate courts have been granted such powers so as to avoid any failure of justice. There are certain statutory limitations that have been imposed on High Court for exercising its revisional powers as per Section 401 of CRPC. However, the only statutory requirement to exercise this power is that the records of proceedings are presented before it, after which it is solely discretion of court. An accused is to be given due opportunity to hear him, and an order cannot be passed unless this is followed. In instances where a person has forwarded a revisional application, assumed that an appeal did not lie in such a case, the High Court has to treat such application as an appeal in the interest of justice. Application of revision cannot be proceeded with if it is a filed by party where the party could have appealed but did not go for it. The High Court as well as Session Court may call for record of any proceedings of any inferior criminal court situated within its jurisdiction for the purpose of satisfy itself as to the correctness, legality, or propriety of any finding of sentence sector. Thus, the session judge could examine the question in relation to the inadequacy of sentence in view of the powers conferred on him by Section 397, Subclause 1 of CRPC. The difference between power of High Court and Session Judge being that the Session Judge can only exercise reasonable powers which he called for by himself, whereas the High Court has the power to take up a reasonable matter by itself or when it is brought to its knowledge. The power of Session Court are the same as that of High Court while dealing with reasonable cases. So let's conclude our topic. Moreover, there is no doubt that the reasonable jurisdiction of High Court is quite intense. In fact, it can be said that no form of any judicial injustice can permit his power. It has been held in various decisions that the High Court is allowed to exercise its inherent powers when dealing with causes of revision. These inherent powers apply to both substantive as well as procedural matters. However, it cannot re-examine any evidence. So that's all for today. If you like my video, do like, comment, subscribe, and let's click YouTube channel. Thank you.